Hey Marcie, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Jess?
Okay, what is this? I know it's Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
This is, of course, October National Coalition Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and it's throughout the whole month of October. And myself, Marcie Photography, had decided to do a special project in tribute to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence. So, as a photographer, what I did was I combined my photography, and the project was 50 plus and fabulous, which are women of 50 and over. And we wanted to celebrate them, we wanted to pay tribute to them, and of course, myself included, towards this project. So, but the main focus of this whole project is for the organization and for the charity for domestic violence.
Okay, what made you come up with this project? Have you have experience?
Well, this is my
Oh, I
second.
mean, I shouldn't say experience. I'm sorry. Were you a victim of domestic violence?
Yes. Well, this is the reason why this charity is near and dear to my heart, because of my past endeavors with domestic violence. And basically, I was a very young girl. I had children early. I was married early. But of course, when you're young, it was a violent relationship. And I left because I did not want my children to be raised in that type of atmosphere, thinking that it was okay to be abused. But that was in the past. You forgive and you don't forget, but you
Right.
do forgive and you move on. So you try to learn from those experiences. The key here is to learn from that and recognize the signs and the patterns onto your next relationship, because I feel that a lot of women, they're still young, and even though they go through a process of that and they have experienced that, they still pick up on the same pattern and they go through the same situation again. So I feel that with this organization, they have a lot of programs which basically help young women how to cope, how to deal, how to look out for the signs and to break those patterns. So this is the reason why, I did this project. I wanted to combine something that was so ugly as domestic violence, and to just make it turn into something more beautiful and celebrate the women of 50 plus and all, just collaborate them together.
Okay, you want to show some of the pictures you did?
Oh yeah, sure, please. Well, this is one of my models, and she's Asia Green. She's wonderful. She dedicated her time and herself for this project. So she is in her 50s as well. So she's a beautiful woman. And then we also have here Dorcas Majors. And then this is Asia Green, and this is Sophia Alisi. So they all participated, and they were great to do the project on that. So I appreciate their time and their effort for doing so.
Okay.
So you could take a look around. And all the prints too, they're available. So I'll give you my information later on. And it's we'll be at Marcie Photography on Facebook,
Okay.
and on Instagram it's Marcie_photography there as well. And there's also a link there to my website. So when you go to that page, you'll see the link there as well.
As a survivor of domestic violence, what is the first thing you give advice to a woman who's going through that, or anybody?
Well, listen, as a survivor and going through that experience, I know that a lot of women, it's really hard for them to find refuge and try to get out of the relationship, especially if they have children, they feel like they're stuck. But don't stay there. You know, don't stay there. It's not good for you, and it's not especially good for the kids. You don't want your children to be growing up thinking that violence is okay in the home. So the first signs that I would see if, you know, any physical attacks or anything, and even verbal. Verbal is also abuse. You know,
That's how it starts.
exactly. It stays in your mind, and you know, it lowers your self-esteem, and it makes you feel like you're unworthy. So, you know, that's also considered abuse. So, you know, just learn the signs. Once you see them and you're seeing that they're happening more frequently, don't stay there. Don't go and succumb yourself into his, you know, him putting fear on you, because that's what it is putting fear in you and trying to control you and trying to dominate. And that causes a lot of tension and abuse. Once you start seeing that, look for help. There's so many information out there in the internet where you can find organizations that'll be able to guide you through and help you.
All right.
So if you need the help, get the help. Don't stay there stuck. It will not be a good thing for you in the future.
Right. I see that you have women here, but it's not talked about how some men could be abused. Will you do a project with men who are survivors of domestic violence?
Yes, of course. Like I said, you know, we're not biased. I know men also go through abuse as well. You know, and you would think that, oh, well, he's a man. Why would he go through that type of abuse? That's just being sexist. That's being biased. There's men that do have good hearts, and they love their woman, and they allow for the woman to come at them. So, you know, because they don't want to, you know, retaliate against them or anything like that. They don't want to be labeled as that man, you know, but, you know, they do get abused as well. Even if it's not physical, you know, just words, you know, just the way that you communicate with each other. And if there's abuse there and there's a lot of insults, and it's not good either. I always suggest, you know, to always try to go for counseling is always a good thing. But if that doesn't work and the abuse continues, get help. Please, get help.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing this with me.
Yes, yes. I'm so happy that you came and you was able to see, you know, the project that's happening in tribute to that. So thank you.
All right.
So until, you know, next time, thank
Definitely.
you for stopping by.